You have been listening to the OMG podcast with Paul Stein. We can help you build wealth without hogging your time. Schedule a one on one with us. Thanks for listening. Join us again for another OMG podcast segment.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Finkelstein with the OMG Cafe Live Talk Radio. We have in our studio live with us Ricky and Jesse, two business owners from two different parts of our nation. Uh, Jesse, remind me where are you calling in from or videoing in from to our remote studios? Nashville, Tennessee. I thought so. Another member that's also in Tennessee, Shatika. If you hadn't met her yet, another great small business owner in the homeschooling. So shout out to her. Just wanted to make her ears wiggle or ring, if you will. And also, we have in the studio audience Mary Stanley from Minnesota. Thank you for being here and participating. As a maybe she'll have some questions for you as well for you. So we have two business owners, Ricky McDonald and Jesse. Jesse, what's your last name? Freed. Jesse Freed? Oh, Reed, right. I knew that. Like all the multitasking and hey, I'm like a one-man show here. So we have Jesse Reed and Ricky McDonald, and let's dive in and ask these two business owners some great questions all about their business, and you'll have a chance to get to know their businesses and why they started their businesses. Let's do the first question for ladies first for Jesse Reed in Tennessee. So here we'll start off with I don't know if it's a loaded question or not, but my secretary spit out these questions. What's the number one communication mistake that you think brands make when they're connecting with customers? Okay. That is definitely so listening skills probably are very important too when you're first meeting a business owner. So how would you define a brand voice and why is it so important? Right, and you got the first two questions, so let's throw two questions, lob them right over to Ricky McDonald in the West Palm Beach, Florida area to mix up the Tennessee, and I'm in Delray Beach, Florida as well. We have Delray Beach, West Palm Beach, Tennessee, and Minnesota in the house, and wherever our listeners are on my LinkedIn and YouTube as well. So, Ricky, what inspired you to start your business focused on downloadable products and usage rights? So Ricky, I'll throw at you another second question, then we'll flip back and hear from Jesse in a moment. So here's your second question. What's been the biggest challenge that you've faced in your niche of downloadable products, users' rights, and how did you overcome it, or maybe you still are? Okay, so every business has their challenges. Let's bounce back to Jesse, and here's the question for you. Another one: can a small business really compete with the larger brands when it comes to communication strategies? Do you have any suggestions on keeping brand messaging consistent across all platforms? And I noticed on your particular website, you told a story, a personal story, a very touching story, uh, and you put it right out there on your website with all the words to boot. But what role does storytelling play in shaping a brand's identity? Thank you, Jesse. And we're going to bounce back to Ricky McDonald in West Palm Beach. I just want to recognize too. I think I saw Brian Colbert show up in our studio audience remotely to the beachside pool. So hi to Brian. Hope your ears are ringing and wiggling over there and enjoying our OMG Biz Cafe live talk radio. So Ricky McDonald, here's two loaded questions for you. What are your top three SEO tips for improving visibility in digital products? And I'm not asking you to tell people how to do it, but perhaps maybe there's three SEO tips that maybe somebody ought to pay attention to, put them on the do list, and maybe seek you out, or maybe one of your downloadable products or an easy fix. Okay. And the second part to your question, and we'll go back to Jesse on the communications questions. What would you say, Ricky, is the key to successfully pricing downloadable products for different markets? Right. Okay. Now, Jesse, this one's for you. What, in your experience, what's the most effective way to write a resume that stands out? Right. Now, how can entrepreneurs or small business owners use PR or public relations to boost their trust with their audience? Thank you, Jesse. Yeah. And now back to Ricky McDonald. Feel like I'm on a professional broadcast TV station right. Back to you, Chuck. Back to you, Ricky McDonald. So, Ricky in West Palm Beach. Let's see. The next one for you is what tools do you recommend for managing digital product sales and customer relations? Maybe Skylar. One. Now I'm gonna reload my marketing arsenal. How do you stay up to date, Ricky, with SEO trends or digital products? Exactly, doing the proper thing and doing what's right is definitely always my and my company's philosophy as well. So Jesse, what are the or rather, let's see. Okay, here's a good one. I don't think I asked this yet. What are the biggest trends in small business PR right now? Okay, how about we bounce to another a piggyback onto that and maybe ask in a different way. What's your go-to strategy for crafting the perfect elevator pitch? As like ideas that flow to my brain left and right, maybe some people here in this room. Can a resume be too creative, or is there always room for flair? Thank you, Jesse. I'm looking through my notes over here, see which. Oh, you got one. Our one of our favorite contestants, victims, or business owners in the Minnesota area, Mary Stanley. Introduce yourself, say where you're from and what you do, and then ask your question to who, or both. Okay, how about Jesse first? Absolutely. But Ricky, you could have perfect grammar and punctuation, and she wouldn't be able to catch a comma out of place with AI. I mean, if you used AI, she'd never catch your bracket, ever. You're missing comma somewhere. And speaking of missing commas, Jesse, and then we'll go back to Ricky for the. You could do the same question for both of you. Jesse, what's the biggest mistake people make when they're writing their LinkedIn profile? I don't even know if I have something on the spot to answer for that question, but probably could think of a few. And what do you say about that, Ricky? More AI stuff or something else? Now, I'm going to ask this next question to three people, or maybe there's four. There's somebody else in our audience here, or is it just the four of us? Okay, good. So let's start with Jesse from Tennessee. How would you suggest crafting a press release and getting it noticed? Any thoughts? And thank you for that. And Ricky McDonald in West Palm Beach, how would you craft a press release, get it noticed, or maybe you could scratch the press release and do something else? Any thoughts, Ricky? Uh, and one of our most popular guests, I think she's eager to spit something out here. How she crafts the press release and gets noticed, or maybe she has something entirely different. Throw us a loop, Mary Stanley. Thank you. And here, we'll have time for one more question for a round robin, starting with Jesse, then Ricky from West Palm Beach, Jesse from Tennessee, and we'll add Marion for Minnesota for flavor or spice. And then we'll go back around and we'll ask our spotlight interviewees, Ricky and Jesse, their thoughts if they have a question that hasn't covered yet, whether their last thoughts before we wrap up this live talk radio session. So, Jesse, how do you use feedback to improve communication strategies for clients? Thank you. And how about Mary? Do you have any thoughts on that using feedback? And Ricky McDonald, how do you use feedback? Do you just take what you get from your clients and guests and then chuck it and do your own thing, or do you do something different? Thank you for that valuable information. And did I ask this question to you, Jesse? I think I did, right? Okay. So I'll actually, starting with you, Jesse, I wanted to find out if you have any last thoughts from any questions before we wrap up this interview spotlight session for our brand ambassadors for OMG Biz Cafe. And by the way, anybody can be an ambassador of OMG Biz Cafe. And by being an ambassador, it's really simple procedure. By joining the OMG Biz Cafe on powered by the Skylar Network and putting up your headshot, your profile photo, filling out your about section, at least one education and one experience, or complete the full profile there and put up a cover photo. And you're literally a example of leadership at OMG Biz Cafe. And coming to at least one event like this, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning as well, Eastern time, or Saturdays at 8 a.m. Eastern too. I do thank all of our ambassadors for coming to our events, completing their profile, and earning a spot as a spotlight interviewee. Ask me later about what a double ambassador is, because there's not too many of those out there in the world, and especially at OMG Biz Cafe, you guys are above and beyond double ambassadorship here at OMG Biz Cafe. So, any last thoughts, Jesse, on your business or what you want our listeners to know, or maybe how to reach out to you if they want to inquire about your writing skills or resume skills that can enhance their business? How do you want people to reach out to you, or any last thoughts? Thanks for being part of this. Uh, One of the few inaugural sessions at OMG Biz Cafe live talk radio during the week at the 10 a.m. Eastern slot. How about Ricky? What thoughts do you have, or how you want people to reach out to you? So you'd like people to have some skin in the game. I did hear from the grapevine, Ricky, that you wrote a book about a trial, and soon we'll be helping you put that and publish that so people can get it on Kindle and Amazon. So people should look forward to that, and I'm sure we'll make a post on the OMG Biz Cafe about that. Which, if you see the LinkedIn post with a link to our OMG Biz Cafe, linking back to our community, there's where you could join the OMG Biz Cafe for free, and look for Ricky's book soon. He makes it very very exciting for a certain trial and a history of time. It's the biblical proportions, literally. Right. Court is now in session. Okay, so Mary Stanley, since you're an innocent bystander in this in the trial format, why don't you put Ricky and Jesse up on the stand and tell us about your feedback from today in a Toastmasterly positive evaluation format. If you've ever been to a Toastmaster meeting, they usually start their evaluations with a couple of notes of a high point or what's upbeat that you liked about this interview, or even about me interviewing them, or Ricky and Jesse, or about their content. Say something, couple words about each of them, what you thought's great. Maybe one little inch of what you'd like to see next time, and then maybe end on a high note and say something great about them. Sure. Go ahead. I'll put on my helmet. Oh, I'm no longer doing videos for financial. Yeah. Excellent. That's a good point as well. I bet you could figure out a way, with or without AI, and incorporating that to it, so Ricky's Mama D doesn't get her ruffled feathers. So it sounds like you and not completely like a robot, but I bet she can do that probably in like under 5 minutes, a whole profile, and still make it sound like you. On that note, we've been talking with Ricky McDonald in West Palm Beach, and Jesse Reed in Tennessee, and throw into the mix. Um, what was your rap name that we talked about last time? Did you have one? Mary, Mary Stanley? I know I know that Ricky's rap name, if he had one, was Smooth Groove, and his wife's was Mama D. You missed that for a couple episodes, a couple Saturdays ago at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're just having fun. So maybe I'd throw Jesse on the spot under the or and if you had a rap name, I don't even know if you listen to rap music. What Mama J? Mama J. Okay, so that's well another way to brand ourselves with or bad or indifferent. Because one of those questions is, what do you do with negative publicity if it's negative or not? So where was I in my complete distraction? To wrap up, I had a couple of topics that we were talking with Ricky and Jesse. We covered some topics like what made you passionate about helping businesses and individuals with downloadable product usage rights, and how do you help your clients with SEO for digital products. Ricky covered those on that side, and Jesse Reed in Tennessee covered what's the number one communication mistake that many brands make when connecting with their customers, or how do you define brand voice, why it's so important, amongst other things like that. I do want to thank you guys all for attending this one of the first few inaugural sessions of OMG Biz Cafe Live Talk Radio. I have a hunch more to come. And if you'd like to be a guest also on OMG Biz Cafe Live Talk Radio, yeah, we'll have another session tomorrow on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, or Thursday, Friday as well, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And just a matter of let me know, and I'll prepare some questions for you. And to get into our studio, it's really simple. You just type in omgtalk.com, click on the square button. There's a lot of emojis over there. I think I got carried away with the emojis on ChatGPT. Mama, you will have to forgive me because I like. Yeah, but you could tell it though and say little less emojis, right? Uh, then here you have to listen. I'll give Tony the last word. I did meet him on one of the social media networks. I think it was a line, I believe. So I'm on the Scholarverse, so I just give them a little bit of credit. But Tony Raimondo, hope you could hear this. You could find him at trcvoiceovers.com. He's not AI. He's a real. He sounds kind of like a James Earl Jones type for voiceovers. trcvoiceovers.com. Check Tony's words here.
You have been listening to the OMG podcast with Paul Finkelstein. We can help you without hogging your time. Schedule a one-on-one. Thanks for listening. Join us again for another OMG podcast segment.
All right. And that will conclude